And in terms of training, how do you recognise it? It varies from child to child, but you will know it because they'll be very, very tired in between their sessions. And in terms of pains, they'll be starting to develop pains everywhere, generally for me, and not always in one particular area. They'll be getting pains in different joints, different muscles, all of the time, you know, and that's the early stages. I think you've got to see it, and especially if you see it in one area. So for example, an Osgood-Schlatter's, if they start to develop pain in one area and that's getting worse and worse and worse and worse, you have to look at that. First thing for me is take it away, take a step back, have a look at their training load and think, is that child doing too much? And that's what I think you've got to look at in terms of the signs. How do you get around it? Again, I think it's just talking. I think it's education. I think everybody wants that person to be, that player, you know, that boy or that girl to be the best they can. But if you overtrain them, you've got the potential danger of them never achieving where they could have achieved. And I think that's the difficult balance that you've got to try and strike between getting the training into them, but also making sure that their body can cope with the level of training that you're putting them under. And I think that, for me, is so important. And a lot of it is education. And I think, for me as well, parents have to take that responsibility as well. It's their child. I think they need to take a step back and think, this player is doing too much. You know, my child's doing too much. I'm going to take him away from that activity, and he's going to focus here. And that, for me, is how you give your child the best opportunity of, one, minimising the injuries and the pains that he's going to get, and these growing pains that I think do exist, and two, it's going to give that child the best opportunity to fulfil his, you know, his ambition and his abilities, and be able to have the best chance of making it as a professional sportsman.